cryptocurrency pair. Technical difficulties. Sorry about the wait, guys. Just gonna be a couple more minutes. Every once in a while, we try this different aspects of it. Hey, everybody! Thanks for coming. Really appreciate everybody coming in and saying hi. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Just going to get into some analytics here. Thanks for everybody. We're going to do the count.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming to another edition of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. We are here to entertain you and provide you with an updated video that we just made just recently. We're going to share that video with you right now. So just bear with me. We're going to pop it in here. Where are we? Let me go back to our channel. We're going to go. Where are we? Let me make sure I'm sharing the right one with everybody.
active participant in a non
Shiba Inu is still being written. As exchanges eye Shiba Inu with renewed interest, could a bidding war be on the horizon? The competition to list and trade Shiba Inu will drive its value even higher. Will AI platforms step in? Hi everyone. In the thrilling world of cryptocurrency, Shiba Inu didn't just break records, it blew them out of the water. This digital currency, which started as a joke, quickly became a serious contender in the crypto marketplace. 2021 massive increase in Shiba Inu, 72 million% surge in less than 10 months. That's not just a number, it's a phenomenon that left everyone in the financial world absolutely in disarray. Yes, this isn't just a story of numbers, it's a revolution in the crypto landscape. A revolution that has changed the way we think about digital assets and their outrageous opportunity. Back in 2021, the Shiba Inu token transformed into a digital currency wasn't just a meme. The story of Shiba Inu is far from over. Hi everyone. In the thrilling world of cryptocurrency, Shiba Inu didn't just break records, it blew them out of the water. This digital currency, which started as a joke, quickly became a serious contender in the crypto marketplace. 2021 massive increase in Shiba Inu, 72 million% surge in less than 10 months. That's not just a number, it's a phenomenon that left everyone in the financial world absolutely in disarray. Yes, this isn't just a story of numbers, it's a revolution in the crypto landscape. A revolution that has changed the way we think about digital assets and their outrageous opportunity. Back in 2021, the Shiba Inu token transformed into a digital currency wasn't just a meme token any longer. It was a symbol of the new wave of decentralized finance, capturing the attention of investors worldwide. It was a tidal wave that swept across every crypto exchanges, The sheer volume of trades and the rapid increase in value were unprecedented. But here's the kicker. 41% of Shiba Inu's circulating supply vanished thanks to Ethereum's co-founder Vitalik Buterin. This move was absolute game-changer, adding a layer of scarcity to the token. He was given a whopping 500 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. This massive allocation was a strategic move that had far-reaching implications. What did he do? He created 3 dead wallets and sent 410 trillion tokens into oblivion. This act of burning tokens significantly reduced the circulating supply, driving up the value of the remaining tokens. More holders, less available Shiba Inu digital currency. This creates even more value. Lowering the amount available of Shiba Inu creates again more value. This is called the domino effect, and people should be taking notice of. This move transformed Shiba Inu from a meme token to a legitimate digital currency immediately afterward. It was a pivotal moment that changed the perception of Shiba Inu in the crypto community. This set fire to the wind. It minted millionaires overnight and made Ethereum a cool $40 billion in revenue from Shiba Inu's sheer volume. The financial impact was enormous, and it highlighted the potential of all meme tokens. It was the rebirth of Shiba Inu, marking the exact moment it became more than just a playful token. It was now a serious player in the world of digital finance. But here's where it gets intriguing. The story of Shiba Inu is far from over, and its future holds even more potential. As SHIB's price skyrocketed, the world of crypto watched in awe, yet Ethereum missed a trick. They could have capitalized even more on this momentum. With just a fraction of their earnings, they could have reignited another wave of profits by managing Shiba Inu's supply. Strategic moves could have amplified their gains. Imagine the possibilities, a potential $90, $100 billion in profits, lost in the shuffle. So what's next? The future of Shiba Inu is still being written. As exchanges eye Shiba Inu with renewed interest, could a bidding war be on the horizon? The competition to list and trade Shiba Inu will drive its value even higher. Will AI platforms step in? Crypto trading bots using their prowess to maximize Shiba Inu's burn rate, increasing value and drive revenue streams through massive volumes? The integration of advanced technology could revolutionize how Shiba Inu's is traded. The power of Shiba Inu is undeniable, and the question isn't if, but when the world will fully awaken to its potential. The journey of Shiba Inu is a testament to the unpredictable nature of the crypto market. In the volatile yet captivating world of crypto, Shiba Inu's story isn't just about the past. It's a glimpse into the future. The potential for growth and innovation is immense. Will we see another explosive surge, or will strategies shift to harness SHIB's hidden power more effectively? The next chapter of Shiba Inu's story is eagerly anticipated. One thing's for sure, the Shiba Inu revolution is far from over. Thanks for tuning in. Stay with us as we continue to explore the fascinating world of cryptocurrency. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep your eyes on the crypto horizon. Watch the signs for massive movements in circulating supply, who is buying, who is moving enormous sums of Shiba Inu. Until next time, subscribe, like, and comment to stay informed.
All right. Right. So we are live with our show. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Massive love shout out to everyone. Massive love shout out to. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. So we're looking at the value of SHIB climbing. And looking at the value of SHIB has climbed. We have burned over 223 million SHIB in the last hour. Let me check that out. 23,668,929 SHIB have been decimated, sent into the black hole, into the abyss. Into the abyss we go. So 14 million was done 12 hours ago, and then 23 million just recently, within 2 hours. So we have burned, which means we have added value to SHIB circulating supply, which is awesome, which most people probably are not aware of. Current price of SHIB is 14,601. That's 4 zeros, 1 4 5 9 4 3. and it is up. It is up very minor. We have 54 trillion SHIB trading hands. So that's enormous as well. There's a couple $1 million there changing hands. Now, when we had the 72 billion in the rise, we had between $4 and $5 billion in transactions each day. Now, when Ethereum did theirs, it went from 6 to 7 billion transactions per day. So it went up through the roof in comparison. And it jumped up 7 times its money. People were jumping in and out, They weren't sure. All it had to happen was to keep the momentum going is more reductions in SHIB circulating supply. Thus would have drove up even more value as everything goes on. Here, I'm going to share the links with you because we got 3 people yesterday, 6-page reviews in the SHIB raffle, SHIB 50/50 raffle.com. So I'm going to share that link with you. I'm also going to share the SHIB burn. Okay. Hey, Jason, welcome to the show. I know that I started a video. I started to share those links with everybody. I had to do these little pragmatic things that I had to get done so that I could get the show underway. I hope everybody can hear me just fine. Yeah, so that's awesome that we take part in these things. We want to make sure that everybody has a great, wonderful time when they come to the show. What do we want to talk about? We want to talk about the 72 million% increase in SHIB circulating supply back when Vladik Buterin and all the. Sounds good. Excellent. Thanks, Jason, for letting me know. Yeah, so what did happen in 2021 with Vladik Buterin? There was so much going on at that point. We had a bull run that was just started. A lot of people think that it was SHIB that got it started, but it started with Vladik Buterin with the burn, right? The 410 trillion burn, which set SHIB on fire. And if anything, they should be learning from their past presence, what was done, how it was done, how it was achieved. So from the time that Vladik Buterin burned it, we had a 30% sell-off and then a slow incremental change in the value. And we went from 9 zeros all the way to 40888, which was awesome. But what were the missed opportunities there? Ethereum made over $40 billion, and they never gave anything back to the SHIB community. Big mistake. Huge mistake, right? That's a massive mistake. And it would have meant that SHIB would have went through the roof. We wouldn't be here today talking about price action at this low, but we'd also have less supply. We'd also have a lot more people in it, and we'd have a lot more volume going on because Vladik Buterin, by that time, if they would have kept it up, they would have become a central a bank or a banking institution from Ethereum that deals in SHIB, and they would have had SHIB credit cards. You would have had your SHIB invoices. You would have had your SHIB kickbacks. You would have also had your SHIB reduction plans and mechanisms put in place from the banking sector. Probably would have been in almost every major country around the world. India, China. Well, it wouldn't be in China. It'd be in Hong Kong. It would be in Taiwan. It would be in Japan, and it would be in every major, like UK, Spain, France, Germany, Italy. Probably in, I don't know if it would be in Colombia, but it would probably be in Mexico. Of course, there would be hundreds of them throughout the United States, and maybe 2 or 3 of them in Canada by that time. So we would have been, SHIB's price would have been skyrocketed. I would have figured around between $80 and $200 per SHIB, but we'd be talking about a supply of SHIB probably around the 200 million mark, not anywhere near a billion by that time. You got to remember too that the lower we are, the more we burn. So, and the more money is created. So the more money that's created and you have more burns, that just drives the value through the roof, right? So something that of no value all of a sudden becomes extraordinarily. What I mean by no value, I mean price action. I don't mean value because SHIB is constantly adding value. We just added another 30. What was it? 30? No, uh, 37 billion. It's 37 million. Oh no, wait, no. 11 hours ago, we burned 4 million, almost 5 million. So it's 28. 51 million SHIB sent to dead end wallets. So we've added that much more value to SHIB from the reduction side of it. Now, the other twist of this is that we haven't received any information on. We haven't received any information. We haven't gotten any new information on it. Therefore, we have to strike home the problems of the past and the missed opportunities of the past. That's why I came up with the video that shows just that. And it's only one aspect of SHIB, right? There's so many different levels and variables of SHIB that those things should have happened but didn't. And there's a reason for that. I believe it was intervention. It's not SHIB's time because there's so many things that went wrong and there's so many things that went right for people like me and Jason. We're able to get into SHIB. So, and that's how we got to look at it, Jason. Is that because of the I don't understand how come it never took off. I want to know the underlying factors why people or organizations wouldn't seize the opportunity to take advantage of it. And even now to this day, like, yeah, okay, I made a mistake. I didn't get into it. So BlackRock right now is focused on trying to get as much SHIB as they possibly can. They're even now starting to buy out other exchanges, like they've what was it? Coinbase. They've offered a partnership, but that partnership is based on I have no idea what it's based on or based in, but I know for a fact that Coinbase holds an enormous amount of SHIB worldwide. But it's for people. They don't own any of it on their own. So for BlackRock, I'm not sure if it was a partnership to divulge all their SHIB that they're holding or to start buying it from that exchange onto their platform or offloading it onto their platform from all over the world. Now, it sounds a little crazy, but it's money is money. And the amount of money that was made in the bull run in 2021 was insane. For SHIB, it was 72 million% increase. And that speaks volumes. I don't care who you are, that speaks huge volumes. And if you reduce the circulating supply and it's only got a $9 billion market cap, I mean, you don't have to do the math. You can just do the math on it and figure it out. How much money would it cost to buy it, then reduce it? And then what are my expectations? Is it 100% increase in wealth transferred? Am I also going to how much is it going to be returned to me if I did another 410 trillion reduction in SHIB circulating supply? What would that mean on the market scale? Is that another 7,200%, 72 million% increase? And also, would that drive 14 to $30 billion per day in transaction fees? And then, but the problem is what, Jason? There's 240 exchanges trading SHIB. Yeah, that's right. 240 of them trading on that's allowing SHIB to be traded on. So BlackRock would have to do a lot of reconnaissance if they were trying to take advantage of it. Now, Crypto.com, on the other hand, doesn't have that problem because they're not in just two countries. They're all over the place. Majority of it in the United States and South America. They're in Costa Rica. They're in Peru, Argentina, um, El Salvador. So is Bybit. Bybit's a big one. all the ATM machines. Oh, sorry about that. BTC machines, over 80,000 BTC machines all over the what do they call it? The Sun Belt of the USA. I think that's where it's located. Anyway, massive love shout out to every single person on the planet. Massive love shout out to Jason Cox. Massive love shout out to Rowena. Massive love shout out to Babe's channel. Wena. Massive love shout out to you. Massive love shout out to Prince Williams. Massive love shout out to SAQ. I know that those guys were trolling me yesterday. It was fun. Mark Anthony. Massive love shout out to you. Who else was on yesterday? I can't remember. Yeah, so we had some massive runs this week, which was awesome. On people coming in, we had 150 yesterday. I think we did very well with the protocols. People have a hard time with those videos though, or those live streams, because when you go back, all you see is my face. You don't see the comments, and they're not on the bottom of the screen. So it's tough when you want to recall an event or video or feedback, right? Yeah, we're talking about the 72 billion 72 million SHIB that was the rise that broke records, worldwide records, and the missed opportunities that lay there in lieu of. And how did everybody miss it? Like, how did everybody bypass it? Because they're like, wow, that's 72. Like, people were buying in, but they had no idea what they're buying into. They're watching the rise. Oh, better get into it before it takes off. Well, there's a couple things that had to happen before it took off even further. And Shibari improved it again. So, but there is a lag time. I understand that for crypto enthusiasts and crypto monologues, they're looking at it going, okay, I burned $5 billion worth of SHIB. I got to wait 4 months for my returns. Yeah, but those returns are astronomical, right? Like astronomical. You make 10 to 20 times your money in a very short period of time after the 4 months. That's what you got to look at. That's what each of them have to consider. Yeah, it's 4 months. It's if you took out a short-term loan, you're gonna get dinged hard. But remember when the guys did the short? Remember the Big Short? They waited 1.5 years for it to solidify itself, because they were all shorting it. Well, who is it? Michael Burry was shorting it back in 2006. It didn't happen until 2008. 2 years. 2 years. And what they were doing was they were being sneaky about it, right? They were pawning everything off on other banking institutions, trying to get rid of these CDOs that weren't backed by anything and were absolute whitewashed. Sort of like, we don't want to say it. They were whitewashed. In other words, they were not worth anything. But they're trying to pawn them off. And what they were doing was ridiculousness. They're starting to bet on the CDOs. Imagine betting on people making mortgage payments as a form of payment, so that you can keep the banking afloat, keep the banking set. You can't see this coming, right? Like, when the house of cards falls apart, it falls apart hard. And wow. I just couldn't believe it when I heard the Big Short, and I was like, when you think about it, you're like, how can these people like look at themselves and say that this is a good idea? This is fantastic, man. I need some more ganja. I need another hit. This stuff is awesome. I can't wait. For to see if we can win on 80% of these. It's like, wow, you nuts. Everybody's nuts. Yeah, you can't see that house of cards falling down at all. Yeah, let's share the links, Jason, because we're good at that. We're sharing the link. Boom, baby. There we go. Share the link. So we're up 1,800%, or is it 1,866% on the burn rate today. So I'm pretty sure someone's going to come up with something that says that. Yeah, we've what are we talking about? We're talking about the exchanges, cryptocurrencies missed out on, the broadcasts, live streams, events, and how come it's still not being recognized? Like to this day, SHIB's price should be what? Moving higher? Yeah, every cryptocurrency should be taking notes. Every single one of them, every single crypto um, currency should be either starting to pile in or piling into SHIB, which they aren't. Which begs the differ is, what are you guys not seeing? What are they so afraid of? What is not causing them to take advantage of the lower price of SHIB? That's our number one driving force for SHIB is retailer. No, the cryptocurrencies, because they're in the cryptocurrencies themselves. Don't they want to make money? Don't they see what they've missed? The 72%, 72 million. Like, you haven't seen anything ever take off that fast. Even Dogecoin never took off that fast. Even Bitcoin never took off that fast. And we're still in that range where it hasn't moved, right? And I think that's like, I don't know, maybe it's trivial. Maybe it's because they don't understand, or they don't get it, or they're not taking advantage of it, or they don't have any money to do their due diligence in. But the exchanges have money. They have a lot of money. They have a phenomenal amount of money. But maybe they're focused on the ETFs from Ethereum and from BlackRock, from Bitcoin. Maybe they're solely focused on those areas. I don't know. You tell me. SHIB news today. We don't have much in the form of news today. It's Sunday. Sunday is, what day is it, Jason? Sunday sell-off. Right, sell-off. Sundays. Sell-off Sundays. So, yes, I got in this morning. Yay. I got in at, I believe it was 1409 or 1410. It was in there. It was in that range. And I got 3 million SHIB, in case you're wondering, which I'm pretty sure you weren't wondering, but yeah. So yeah, 3 million SHIB I got in. Another 3 million, which isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Do I wish I had bought more? No. Remember what I said before. We want to treat this like a lottery ticket. So if you spend, and this is every 2 weeks, right? Every 2 weeks on Sunday, because Sunday's sell-off Sunday. Now, last Sunday we had a run. Remember that, Jason? Last Sunday we had a run. So we had a bit of a run up on SHIB. I think it hit 16 on Monday. But we had a bit of a run before then. I was watching you before. Wow, Jason, that's impressive. That's impressive. That's a big shout out, right? Raise the roof. Raise the roof. That is awesome. Yeah, I had to put the disclaimer in here because before, on my phone, when I'm doing the live on my phone, it doesn't give me that option of putting down there that the disclaimer that this isn't financial advice. This is for entertainment only purposes. 80% of the proceeds from this channel, from YouTube channel, from TikTok, from Rumble, from anything that associates itself from me to you, goes towards the reduction of SHIB circulating supply. We have 796 subscribers. Woo! Congratulations, everyone. We are a couple hundred away from monetization, which is awesome. We want to fly past that, though, right? We want to get into the hundreds of thousands really quick, millions if we can, and then we can start to see some real numbers come in, like around $20,000 to $30,000 you only get $12,000 to $15,000 on millions of viewers. So yeah, they don't pay very much. It's just the advertising that you get the money back on. So a lot of people don't understand that it takes a lot of viewers to get anywhere. Later on, I'm pretty sure that they'll be paying us more, because without us, they don't exist, right? And there's other avenues too now. TikTok, X has broadcasting, but the thing is with X is they want you to pay for it. Then they give you, like, I don't understand the whole concept. They're going to pay you to advertise, even though you're the ones making sure that they're the ones making money, which I don't understand to this day. So if you had a chance to watch the new video, I strongly suggest everybody get out there and watch the new video. It's on it's on my channel under videos. I do have shorts. The short one has gotten pretty good reviews so far. Let me see what it has. Yeah, let me just check it out. Yeah, I was looking at it earlier, and I think we had 60 views, or was it 160 views on the shorts? 167 views on the short. Yesterday we had 152 views, and today the video has 2 views currently right now. But I just posted it a couple minutes ago, so really low valuations that no one's put the value into SHIB. They haven't come up. Boom, baby. Yeah, hit the wrong button there, Jason. Yeah, how is Jason? You're watching me on the 58-inch TV. That's a pretty big TV to be watching a YouTube channel on. Yeah, I was up to 798. I had 2 subscribers, more than I have now. For some reason, they unsubscribed. I don't know why, but just the way it is. Just the way it is. We had some fun yesterday, Jason. Did we have some fun yesterday? That was pretty funny. Talking about our scripted TV shows that are in question that we watched when we were kids, and how the writers could write nonsense, and even the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came from a what? Comic book. Thank you very much. It was first designated as a comic book before it became a TV show. So that's why but even that, it tells you that those guys must have been, well, they're looped. They were on something else. They had to be on like LSD or something. I don't know. They were looped. There's no way they were sober. No way. They came up with the weirdest stuff to talk about. And no one, when you go around and you talk to skaters, even them, they don't say caramba or jambalaya. Like even them weren't saying stuff like that. Like it's just off the wall. So yeah, this the SHIB 50/50 raffle update for everybody, Jason included, and everybody that's watching worldwide. We had 3 people viewers yesterday and 6 page reviews. So that doesn't sell tickets. But it does increase view. It does increase the amount of people coming in and watching it or taking part in it. I did change it up but I'm pretty sure we're going to be turfing that one and going with the new one. The new one's a little better. We got for Bible verses in there. The first part of it, we got the countdown. Of course, we always have the countdown. The 24-hour countdown's always going to be there for the next raffle draws. We also got a little bit of insight into what the raffle's all about. we're thinking about scrapping the educational part of it, moving it to the back end of the. It's still going to be there, but we're moving it to the back end, and there's a reason for it, right? Because not everybody that comes into cryptocurrencies doesn't know anything about it. Most people who come in and look are just interested in what's new with SHIB or what's going on with the SHIB 50/50 raffle. So we wanted to take the first couple pages and first 3 or 4 pages, and it's all going to be about the raffle tickets. So second page is tutorial, which is a breakdown of where SHIB started, how it started, what are the benefits of it, and then there's always buy your tickets. This is your ticket prices, and the ticket prices will be in pounds as a reference because the SHIB tickets are always constantly changing. In value right now, the value is 46,000 SHIBs per ticket. So if those that don't know it, it's 46,000 SHIBs per ticket. And if you buy more tickets, it's the same. And we don't want to cheat anybody out of the raffle. That's the whole point of that. Because if we sell more tickets and you get a better value for your tickets, all you're doing is hurting the entire system. Does that make sense? Everybody, you get that? Okay, so all of it goes towards burning SHIB. Okay, majority of what you're buying is to burn SHIB. Now you are taking the opportunity to win, but the chances of you winning are not great. 1 in 21,000 tickets, depending on how many tickets you bought. Right, if you bought 20, you do 20 divided by 21,000. It still doesn't leave you many options. But when we do the burn, everybody wins in the burn. So if you take away from that aspect and you're able to buy more tickets for less money, you're doing less SHIB, right? That's the whole point of it. So that's why we don't offer. It's the same for every single ticket. Buying 20 tickets, 5 tickets, it's the exact same amount. All it is it's giving you the opportunity to take advantage of the amount of tickets that you can buy. That's the whole point of it. That was a whole orchestrated approach to it because everybody wins in the raffle. So if everybody wins in the raffle, you want to take advantage of that burn, right? The more we burn, the more we earn. So, and that's the truth of it. All the raffle does, I say this over and over again, all the raffle does is speed things up. The eventuality is that others are going to catch on to it. It's amazing, simply outstanding that it hasn't taken off already. Remember that we have over 694 billion SHIB removed in 4 years. That still has not been accounted for the price range, for the rise in price and value. If you think about it, 56 billion SHIB was removed in 3 months. On the 4th month, we had a run. That run went up 6 to 7 times. If you do the math on it, 694 billion divided by 56 will give you an average of where we should be, right? That's, yeah. Way to go, Jason. Did you go and did you go look out the window? It's a little slow. How are you doing? Did you have a tornado touchdown yesterday, or was it just high winds? It's just a little windy, blowing that pollen around. A lot of rain now. Yeah, we had rain 2 days ago, but we get very little rain in Calgary for some reason. Not that we're complaining, Jason, because last time we had massive rain, it rained for 3 weeks straight. Oh, not by you. Rain's good, right? Rain is so relaxing when you're sitting by the porch. It's so relaxing. It just mellows you right out. It's like the best. If you're out in it, it's not bad. If you were prepared for it, you can sit out in it. If it's just like a sun shower, that's one thing I miss about being close to the ocean was the sun showers. Like it's absolutely beautiful, and then that sun shower comes through, it just cools you off, and then the sun beams in, takes it all away. That's right. That's right. It's in and out. It's in and out. Yeah. So, where do we want to go with the raffle draws? We want to see it escalate, of course. We want to see SHIB go through the roof. Of course, we do. Want to see SHIB skyrocket? Absolutely. Why is it not skyrocketing? That's a good question. Like I said before, if you look at it, you take your 56. I'll do the math right now. There we go. So 694 billion, right? Divided by the 56 billion that was removed. That's 12 times. Like you think about that, 12 times. What did we hit? Oops. Wasn't. Okay, so that'd be 30689. We didn't see that rise. Yeah. If you're looking at 12 times now, okay, 12 times now, where are we at here? 15? Close to 15? 14, 4 zeros, 145. Yeah, 145 times 12. That leaves us with 30174. We'll take it. And then, what should every single exchange try and do then? Start a bidding war. Instantly start a bidding war. And then, right after they start the bidding war, whoever owns dominance should be looking at buying SHIB from the exchanges once they start seeing 10 to 12 billion dollars in transaction fees start happening. Then take a percentage of that money that they've made, 2%, 10%, 20% of that money that they've made on profit, take it and reduce SHIB even further, and then even further, and then even further. So it's a snowball effect, right? We call that the snowball effect. The domino effect is what? What's the domino effect? Anybody? Nobody? Okay, the domino effect is similar. It's where like the cryptocurrencies all come into it, and they all branch off into different sectors, and they start buying massive amounts of SHIB. Same thing with exchanges that would do the exact same thing, but they don't burn it right away. They would try and stockpile it. Remember, they don't want to burn their money. They want to burn everyone else's SHIB to take it from their exchanges. So that's how the bidding war starts, and that's the domino effect. Okay, just so people have an understanding what the snowball effect is. A snowball effect is one exchange taking advantage of the price and moving towards taking the price away from everyone else, and them still holding on to their dominance. Every other exchange is trying to do the opposite. They're trying to steal it from those that are holding enormous sums of it, to put it in their pocket so they gain that dominance. Because if you don't have that dominance, you're not going to make as much money. So the whole idea is to strive to get as much money as possible. The more you make, the more you earn. The more you earn, the more you burn. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. It's one of those things that never happens. That's why it never happens. Because everybody has a chance to make enormous sums of money. And I haven't got a clue why no one's caught on to it. I don't understand why they haven't caught on to it. It should be the driving force between every single person that's coming into SHIB when you think about it. Like the absolute driving force. For us, mainstreamers, like me, Jason, Babes, Prince, all of us that are in it are individuals. We don't have an infinite amount of money. They don't have an infinite amount of money either. But they have hundreds of thousands of dollars that they can put into it. And that buys a lot of SHIB from all other organizations and from the people. They got to keep that in mind too, right? And that's the whole point of it, that there would be stealing market share away from every single person. But in lieu of, everybody wins as long as you're holding it. Most of them will start trading it off, thinking that, hey, I made my money, I'm out. I made 20, 30%, I'm good. I made double my money, I'm out. You know how it is, Jason, when someone makes money and they go, well, I don't want to see it fall. It's not going to go up forever. Yeah, but the problem is that SHIB is not even being looked at as a currency. It's being looked at as a meme coin. So as long as people are willing to look at it as a meme coin, you're going to lose out because you can't see the currency. I mean, the price of SHIB is so low, it's not a currency. It's a holding. That's exactly what it is. It's the attention to get it to where it needs to get to become a currency. And then to be a dominant currency would mean that it takes the one step further. The 1 cent, 2 cent, 10 cent, $15, $10, $20 streamlines. And how many currencies right now, cryptocurrencies, are there out there that don't have that dominance? They just don't. They're not considered a currency. They're considered a coin. They're still considered a coin. None of them. Why would SHIB be any different? SHIB would be the only one reducing its circulating supply constantly. Even when it gets high, it's got even more utility. More organizations are taking it and turfing it so that they can build their wealth. That's why it'll become a currency, that it'll become the people's currency at that point. And that would be the driving force behind it, because then you got McDonald's, we talked about this before, you got um, every single coffee shop, every single donut shop, every single hot dog stand, uh, Circle K's, McDonald's, um, Wendy's, DQ, A&W, all of them are going to reduce SHIB circulating supply. And why would it start in food? Anyone know what would start in food? Because it doesn't matter if you sell 10 Big Macs today or 20 Big Macs today, as long as you're reducing the circulating supply on the average of every single affiliated. So, like, if A&W doesn't sell $200 worth of food, the other A&W probably sold $700 or $800 worth of food, right? Then you have a percentage of it going toward the SHIB reduction. Now, does it cost them anything? No. They get a kickback, plus they're charging more on everything that they buy or sell. Same thing with cars, same thing with motorboats. Anything that you can buy and sell, all of a sudden is going to have this little thing in there where they're going to reduce SHIB circulating supply with it because it's going to add value to them. Now, that also means what? That they will own SHIB, because they'll have to benefit from it. Why are they going to burn it if they don't have it? They're not. So every single one of them are going to obtain it. The rest of us should know this is what's going to happen. It's time to stock up. That's why we say treat it like a raffle ticket, because we don't know when. Everybody's on the same thing. I wish I could tell you it's going to be tomorrow. I wish I could tell you it's going to be next week, but I have no idea. If it's this year, next year, all I can tell you is if we get the raffle going, we are going to skyrocket SHIB like you have never seen it skyrocket before. Because we'll be starting the snowball effect in full effect. Two things will happen. We will be getting SHIB, reducing it, and then winners get it. Every single day, you can see the snowballing effect happening all the time. And then you get more and more build, more and more burns, more and more build, more and more burns. A win-win-win situation for everybody. That's what I love about SHIB. No matter what, you're a winner. No matter what. It's the only raffle in the entire world where you make money. Period. That's why I love the raffle so much. I thought it was like a super idea. You can't go wrong with this. The only thing is do the people get the chance to come in and visit the website? Do they come in and say hi on the YouTube channel? And then what are your broadcasts like? What kind of information are you providing? Is it accurate? Do people understand it? Are people willing to invest the time that it takes to look at something like this on a broadcasting level? So, like, if you're thinking about, Jason, the next Powerball, they sold $10 billion worth of tickets, or $100 billion worth of tickets. You're talking about a very small amount of people, right? You're talking 100 million people buying that many tickets. That's insane, right? But that's what happens. It happened in Ontario too with the Blue Jays. They sold 12 million tickets, 12 million 50-50 raffle tickets, and it's only in one province. 12 million in 3 days. Like, you think about that, that's one city, one province, and majority of the people that bought it were at the stadium or in Toronto that bought those tickets. So you think about that, 12 million tickets were sold, $6 million given to a winner. The other $6 million goes towards parts of it to the Blue Jays. Yeah, can you believe that they took it away from the organizations? Because before it was 50-50, and 50% of it went to the organization, 50% of it went to the winner. Now, the way it works now is 50% of it goes to the winner, and then it's broken up into different sections. Majority of 20% going straight to the Blue Jays. So they pocket that money, organization. And then it gets divided by different lotteries because it's a lot of money. That's how they look at it. Or, yeah, so yeah. In SHIB raffle, who benefits from it? Everybody benefits from it. Everybody that's in SHIB. It's a win-win-win situation. Well, win-win situation. The person wins, and then everybody else wins with the reduction of SHIB circulating supply. Will it drive up the price? That's the bottom line. Everybody wants to know. Will it drive up that price with those massive burns? Well, we said this before. Every time we do a massive burn, it doesn't matter. It takes 3 to 4 months for it to come to fruition. Because what happens is, right? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, comes to fruition, but it's constantly happening on a constant basis. Every day we're hosting a raffle. Once it starts to catch on, that's every single day. People understand what that means. That's a driving force behind it. So it might take us 4 months to start the reduction, start seeing the price action, but then it's backlogged 4 months from then, 4 months from then, 4 months from then, 4 months from then. So by the time we get up there, we could be burning. By that time, it should have clicked in the brain that, hey, wait a second, there's less supply of money, because they're looking at it like SHIB. No. There's less supply of the money that's held in SHIB. That means that it's driving up the value of your money constantly. So once that clicks, and I don't know how long that's going to take, Jason, but it shouldn't take very long before people realize that message. It shouldn't, right? It honestly shouldn't. We should go through maybe 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, where we start to see a 6, 7, 8, 9 times return on your money, and then the pickup, right? But if it starts to move faster, everybody should be cluing in that, hey, wait a second, this is actually working. This is actually benefiting every single person that's in SHIB on a massive scale. So everybody wants to take part in it. And that's the whole purpose of it. Is it that driving factor? That's what the snowball effect is. The domino effect is when you don't own it, you don't have dominance, and you want to branch out and start buying others, trying to steal their tokens or their cryptocurrency or SHIB's currency away from everybody else and put it on your platform. But in order to do that, you have to have money to do that. But a lot of these exchanges have enormous amounts of money. OKX has 9 to 10, and I don't know it anymore because I was thinking it was BlackRock that was doing it, but it's Ethereum based. So it has to be Ethereum. So they're hiding the facts from everybody. So it's Ethereum that's trying to buy back their market share. They want that dominance. They screwed up the first time on the dominance. I think they're trying to make amends by trying to get as much SHIB as they possibly can get their hands on, because they realize how much money they're missing out on. And Ethereum's price isn't anywhere near where it used to be. It used to be 10,000, right? And we're in a bull run, and it's got its own ETF, and it still hasn't hit 10,000. It's still nowhere near its all-time high. And I think that's Vlad Buterin and the top executives are getting pretty pissed about it, because they're like, wait a second, we're missing out on all this market share. Bitcoin's already at all-time highs. We're nowhere near our all-time high. Like we're not even close to anywhere near our all-time high. So I'm pretty sure that's getting them pretty looped on that deal too. So, and SHIB is the kicker. SHIB could put them right next to Bitcoin. Like seriously, right up there with next to Bitcoin, if they got their crap together and started. But again, SHIB's price is too low. If they started it, they would be acquiring it from Binance. They're going to love this, right? Binance, Crypto.com, and BlackRock. Good luck trying to get it from BlackRock unless BlackRock is shorting SHIB. Then they can get a lot back, because if they're using their leverage of 200 trillion, or they don't, I don't think they have 200 trillion, but if someone was to short SHIB right now, yeah, that would be not a smart move. It would be extremely dumb on behalf of whoever's doing it at this price range. But it would allow a group to start buying a massive number of it, and on a grand scale. And I think Ethereum would benefit. If I was Ethereum, I'd be pissed. I would be like livid that someone pointed out that I'm missing out on billions of being made every 5 months, every 6 months, every year. Like if I'm missing out on almost $1 trillion in 3 years, I'd be mad as a hornet, and someone would have to pay for it, because you can't make mistakes like that in this space. Like that's just ridiculous. I mean, people get fired for less. For those, you make $1 million mistake, bye, see you. $2 million mistake. How come no one pointed this out before? Billions, people, billions missing, gone, because of someone didn't notice what was going on. They were so happy that they're making all this money, they forgot, hey, we want to be 4 years in the making so that we can wait another 4 years to start our massive climb. And we have ETFs now, but our price is still not very good. So with that being said, we're going to cut it short, guys, and we're going to say goodnight to everybody. Thanks for cutting it short. 67 minutes in. But I think we had 20 minutes where I've replayed the video a couple of times, because we had no one coming in. So I want to make sure that people saw that video. If you haven't saw that video or taken part, make sure you share it with everybody you know. Just so that people have an understanding of what the 72 million % gain was. That was the driving force behind SHIB, and the absolute insult to injury where no one took advantage of it, which is awesome for us that get in. Not so awesome for those that sold off early, right? Because there was a lot that sold off. Oh, this is going up. It can't go up like this. It won't go up like this forever. 72 million %. 72 million % made billionaires. And then to slide back down. Of course, you have trillions of SHIB. You need to take the profits. And right after that massive run up, every single country, right? Every single country wanted what? Money back from cryptocurrencies. And they wanted it in massive droves, 50% in Canada. So everything that you make in cryptocurrency, 50% of its tax can be taxed. So 50% of it you keep, 50% gets taxed. If you make over $250,000, that puts you in a higher tax bracket. You're paying 42%. Congratulations. Just zonk you, right? The whole idea of that is to turn around and buy something with it. That's, and you can't go and buy a car because you have to have a business license to buy a car. So you'd have to go buy like property to get away from paying taxes and then show that you took a loss rather than make money. Well, it's very hard in cryptocurrency because the government wants that money up front. So if it was investments into a stock market, you get a bit of a break. If you're investing in cryptocurrency, you got no breaks. They don't allow you any breaks unless you're putting it back into cryptocurrency. So you can go and buy stable coins and then take it from there, transfer it to a trust wallet, because the trust wallet is decentralized. So then when you transfer it to a trust wallet, you have to pay a little bit more for it to get it into a trust wallet because it's secure. Then you can move it back to a ledger. Then once you put it into a ledger, you pay a lot of money for the ledger. That's $300 for a good ledger. It's got security locks on it. You can take it to Dubai, stay in Dubai for a couple of weeks, transfer your money out in pounds, because you don't have to transfer it in their currency. You can transfer it out in pounds. So that's what you do. You transfer it out in pounds, and then you can come back to America, Canada, wherever it is that you're from, because in Dubai you pay no taxes on cryptocurrencies. But they're smart because they want you to spend the money there. So you have to stay there for at least 3 weeks. Okay, that's the one trick pony. And then when of course, if you're there, you're going to spend the money, and you probably want to stay at the finest resorts. I don't know, but you'll be spent if you spend it there. Like I was looking at one of the resorts, Jason, $1,500 a night, but it's a palace. It's a bloody palace. You got the swimming pool right outside your door. You got a jacuzzi tub big enough for 14 people. Like everything's solid gold. All the knobs, everything's solid gold. So, and upstairs, downstairs, 3-bedroom place. Beautiful layout. It's like a house, basically like a house. It's got a place for your luggage, three pieces or 4 pieces of luggage to go in a closet, all for your luggage. And then it's got hooks and hangers. Then you have your, like everything in the hotel is amazing, right? So you can go and get a suit. If you want a suit, go buy a suit there. Like it's just amazing. If you want to know where it is, we'll talk about it after SHIB hits a few bucks and see if we can rent a yacht rather than buying a yacht. Go rent it. That way, there you don't have to do any fixing on it, or take a cruise. Cruises. My friend takes a cruise. He swears by them. You got dancing, you got music, you got live events, and you got endless amount of food. He says it's the best thing ever. You don't have to worry about dishes. You don't have to worry about. You just go and sleep. There's concerts. There's different things every single day. There's dancing, music, playing, casinos for all those crazy people who want to go on a cruise for a casino. But they have pools, wave pool, slides that go up. Like these things are like a massive hotel, right? Like on the water, which is insane. And then you get to go to Barcelona, you get to go to Rome, Venice, Italy, get to go to the Mediterranean, to do a Mediterranean cruise, which would be phenomenal. The Viking cruises, don't recommend them. The reason why, someone came back and said that they're too damn expensive. Their booking is insane, and it just goes up and down the Mediterranean. So it's okay, but you're not getting your money's worth, is basically what they were saying. It's just, I guess it's like taking a spaceship to outer space for 14 seconds and thinking that you just spent $250,000 on this ride. Then you're like, well, these people are crazy, right? What happened to the submersible that went and seen the Titanic. How fast did that go down? Well, he did it for 14 runs. The 13th run, 14th run. 14th run, no survivors. And then they find out later that they fired a guy that came up and said that they should send off the sub to get inspected. They fired him. That's okay, right? Because he was making a statement where the sub was safe, but they were saying it's not. He says, no, it's not safe. It needs to go and get inspected. And they refused to abide by the rules and regulations because they're in international waters. We're getting away from SHIB, I know, but I thought I'd bring that up just to share it with you guys. And we want to say good night. Have a great and wonderful evening. We'll probably go back to the phone tomorrow because the amount of viewers I've gotten in 74 minutes is not very good. So thank you so much, Jason. Thank you, Babe's channel. Thanks, Rowena. Thanks, Wena. Thanks, everybody, for taking the time to come in and say hi. We're going to cut it short. Said that already. We're going to rock you out. Rocky. Where's the music? It's at 145, floating in there. By tomorrow, I heard that the exchanges are closed tomorrow. So, be more like the same that we are right now, except we might see a bit of a pop. In SHIB, that is. I don't know about the rest of the cryptocurrencies, but in SHIB, at least we should see a pop. More people are paying attention to what's going on. That's all. Thank you, everybody. Have a great, wonderful night. Jesus loves each and every one of you. Remember John 3:16. We always talk about John 3:16. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son for the Savior of the world. Right. The Messiah, our Lord Jesus Christ, sacrificed himself for your sins. He knew nothing about you. Right? He did that 2,000 years ago. It still stays true to this day. He is the Lamb of God. Our sins are forgiven. Take your sins up with Jesus Christ, and they will be forgiven. That is the promise. That is the vow that Jesus Christ gave to all of us and God. 3 in 1. God the Father, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. All one. One of you. Have a great, wonderful evening, everybody. We're going to rock it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good night. God bless. Take good care. Good night, Jason. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from wherever you are in the world. Cheers. Later.